Greetings, fellow adventurers and eager listeners, and welcome to Epic Tales and Enchanted Tomes. I am your narrator and dungeon master, Douglas W.T. Smith, and welcome to the second session of Stormwreck Isle campaign. If you haven't watched or listened to the first session, please go back and listen to the first episode, or watch it on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can see or listen to how our players got to Stormwreck Isles. So please make sure you subscribe and follow, and you can even support us now on Coffee for as little as a cup of coffee. All the links will be below in the description. And also you'll keep up to date with the future episodes. They will be coming out weekly, so please go ahead and click that subscribe and follow button. It will mean a whole lot to all of us. So without further delay, here is the second session of Epic Tales and Enchanted Tomes. Enjoy.
I think I play better when I've had a couple of drinks.
But have you tried the Bilson's bubblegum grape at all?
Yes.
So good, right?
Delicious.
It's like Hubba Bubba in a can.
I'm from Albury, which is like half an hour away from the Bilson's distillery. Very dangerous.
Jealous.
Wow.
Yeah, Bilson's has definitely become one of my favorites. Recently.
Over YouTube.
Alright, so thanks everyone for coming tonight, and we have a new player with us, which is just joining up, first time, so which is really cool. And yeah, so something that we are planning to do with each session, at the beginning of the session, to get us like in the mind frame of it, I have created 100 questions to get us kind of thinking. So last week, Barakai, you rolled us a D100, and the next one on the alphabetical list is Doldros. Could you please roll me a custom D100?
Rolling.
Waiting. Alright, cool. 97. Wow. Big number. Okay. So, the question that I'm posing to all of you, all your characters, is what's your character's most memorable encounter with an NPC? So who answered first last time? It was Uzan. So I'll go back to the top. Go Bane. Bane, what was the most memorable encounter?
Is NPC just anybody who's not in our party?
Yeah, like a non-playable character. No.
Okay. I won't answer this in character because I don't really know how. I think she would tell anybody to fuck off if they asked her this question. But her most memorable encounter would have to be with Kill, who is her father figure, and he's a mind flayer and has taken care of her since she was a child.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
So definitely the most memorable because, raising.
He rescued her from the Underdark, and the awful life that she was going to live there. So yeah, she's has an affinity with him. He's the only thing that matters to her.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Next off, does anyone want to volunteer and answer or let the party know their most memorable encounter with an NPC?
No, his helmet first last time, he's gonna wait.
If you forever hold your peace, I'll pick it out one by one. Eleanor? It's Eleanor? Is that how you pronounce?
Yeah.
Eleanor, um, your most memorable encounter with an NPC.
I would have to go through the backstory with the elder cleric Orcad who taught her how to actually be a cleric.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of paved your life journey, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what about you, Barakai?
I would say the most memorable NPC my character's dealt with would be his rival, from the Arctic-based tribe, between like wars that they've like fought between each other as adults and kids, to his rival's tribe invading his territory and taking over, but not slaughtering him and allowing him to leave as a show of respect towards him. I think that would be the most deep interaction he's had with an NPC.
And it's almost like a one of the stepping stones in where Barakai kind of got himself to who he is today.
Yep.
And Doldros.
One of the most memorable NPC for Doldros is probably I don't know because I haven't used him before. I'm gonna throw back to our previous campaign for Gerenia. The most memorable interaction with an NPC is when Gerenia rolled a natural 20 and split one of her enemies like straight in half, like perfect symmetry. That was probably one of my coolest experiences as a player. So, yeah.
Okay, yep. So you've taken it back to to the last campaign.
Yeah.
Definitely splitting an enemy in half is also like an accomplishment, you know. Being able to perfect symmetry with one slice is pretty cool. And Uzan.
For him, it'd definitely be his encounter with the god Mistress shortly after he was born. That's what granted him his warlock powers and his unique colouring for his horns and the feathers to his wings.
Yeah, not only like an internal transformation, but a physical. So
and that sort of guided him through his life of being with the church and trying to turn those warlock powers for good.
Yeah. Wow, there's been some pretty powerful and important NPCs in each of your characters' lives, which is really cool. And just like in real life, we all have those important people that passing moments can leave these imprints and pave the journeys for us before us. And speaking of journeys before us, the last time we left, the was five of you, but Izari she was standing back watching the zombies all be like the arrows sling past her while she was playing her lute, and kind of adding a bit of a commentary to it. She did hear some rustling behind her, and she's gone off to investigate it, and and she kind of brushed past you, Vane, on the way, and told you not to follow, and she'll meet you at Dragon's Rest when you get there. So the last we left it. Zombies just all been slayed. Barakai, you've got the two zombies in front of you, and Uzan and Doldos, you are on the other side of them, and there's one almost like a bit of artwork with the 4 arrows sticking out of the water, bane that you have successfully slayed from all the way back there in the shadows. Now that the zombies have, there was a couple of turns of them coming back up, but lucky enough, critical arrows and heavy blows were strong enough to take them down. What do you all want to do now?
Pretty cool. We all come back together on the beach. Like, I've grabbed that jawbone.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we'd all regroup on the beach, right?
Doldos looks to his left and sees a dragonborn just magically appearing out of nowhere, and he like looks at her very confused and like, "How did you get there?"
Oh, so the Dragonborn isn't there yet.
Never mind.
That's just one of the dead zombie corpses floating in the water next to you. You from the sunlight hitting it, you thought it was the scales from the Dragonborn, but it was just
Okay.
the sun shining on the dead corpses.
So I'm guessing like we'd sort of come back together. We can just sort of freely move now, right?
Yep. You're not in combat. You can move as you please.
So yeah, just sort of walk up over here and call Vane over. And be like, come out of the trees. Like, pretty sure we're good now.
She's apprehensive to walk out of the shadows.
Alright, well then we'll just speak really, really loudly so everyone knows we're here. And hiding in the trees is pointless.
Do you still have your bandana across your eyes, Vane? Sorry, was that a yes?
Yeah, sorry. Yep. Unless we're like in the dark, it's on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. Just okay. So, yeah, you came from the south path there that you can see on the screen. You made your way up towards. There's a couple of ruins, and yeah, the breeze is still flowing, flowing the trees, and a bit of the stench from the dead zombies is kind of sifting around. And do you want to keep moving up the path, or?
Before we go, Uzan try and get the others together and be like, I saw a temple or like a building up on that cliff as we came in. Did anyone else see that?
I don't have wings, Birdman, so I can't see that far.
Well, it was when you were on the ship, when you were coming into that bay, but I think you were already swimming Barakai.
Yeah.
So you might have been just like in your element, just kind of just loving it, being back in the water and freestyle.
Yeah. I probably would have missed it if it's far up on the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like right on top of the cliff. So he's gonna point out to everyone that it's there. His letter from his colleague tells him that there's forbidden knowledge up there that he should seek out. So at some point he wants to go check out this building. But you know, if you guys have got something here that you guys want to do first, I'm happy to help you guys if you'll come help me after.
Look, always happy to help, but I think we should find an establishment on this island first before we start wandering around and getting lost.
Let's get lost.
Just in case.
Yeah, so
Shark speaks plainly.
The simple creatures.
simple but straightforward.
That's all you need in life.
So I guess I guess we should go find a town or a settlement of some description.
Yep, cool. So, who wants to kind of march forward first?
Guess I'll start running off, well, walking off,
Yep.
and just hope that they're following me.
Is that the path to the
To
way
the
he's
north.
going, or
Yep,
is
to the
this-
north. Yeah, because you came from the
Right.
south, which is down the
I
bottom.
guess we're all following the shark man and the goat.
So,
I heard that.
You were supposed to.
So as you make your way toward like up the north along the path, the path kind of weaves around like the rugged shores of this island that you guys are that you've all come across. The sound of your footsteps are starting to like crunch and echo. You've noticed the pebbles of the sand has kind of changed from it's like the soft kind of soft dirt, and now it's like starting to definitely get a bit more harder, drier, and it's starting to incline as well. As this rocky, or kind of this harder terrain underfoot, you're making your way a bit cautious and slowly. There's not much really to your east side of you, just like the cliffs and some more trees that are definitely getting a bit more barren as you make your way up there. But as you this path is heading up, inclining, you see these massive stone structures starting to appear out of the mountain face up ahead, and as you make your way around this path, these natural cliffs, and starts going up these steps, and on the way you start walking upward, and you do notice someone else walking up those stairs as well, and you do notice that they are wearing a silver armor that's kind of reflecting from that afternoon sunlight, and the golden scales are also kind of shimmering as well. And Barakai, you see this scaly figure walking up the steps in front of you, and as the party approaches, this person turns around and looks at you, and kind of like double glances at you, a shark folk walking up the stairs, and she kind of like looks at you. And Eleanor, Eleanor, what would a shark folk like Barakai be looking at, more specifically seeing you walking up the stairs toward Dragon Rest?
He would be looking at a dragon folk in white clothes, like white robes with golden accents to it, a purple sash around the waist with a satchel, and golden scales.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So you see this shark. So what? Would you say anything to, would you want to? Is that something a dragonborn like yourself would want to encounter? Seeing this, you see the shark. You see Barakai, but then also behind him is a satyr and also a warlock, a celestial warlock. So it's a really, and a drow. So it's a really like mixed party kind of approaching you. Barakai, do you say anything to this dragonborn, like looking at the party approaching her?
I think I do my usual friendly shark approach and kind of trot along, and when I see her, just give it a really big toothy grin, as I always do to anyone I've run into, and just kind of walk up and agreed. Like, I'll walk up to her and just comment that there doesn't seem to be very many humans on these islands. I was expecting a bit more human folk rather than less of us animal folk on these islands.
I might be confused and seeing a walking shark.
Don't see many of my folk walking around these islands, or any island. To be
No,
fair.
not many actually.
Look, we're mostly
Especially
friendly.
with you guys.
Yes, well, we have a goatman. We have what only gets referred to as a pigeonman regularly, and a drow. So I don't know what a drow is.
Dark elf.
Dark elf thing.
Closest thing we've got to a human in our party.
I'm not here. Mind your business.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I point to the back of the party looking for a drow that doesn't exist. But what brings
Is she
you onto
just
this
hiding
island?
behind you, or
She's around here somewhere. She'll pop out.
She's always
occasionally.
hiding.
He's very elusive.
If you throw a rock in a tree, you might find her. But what brings a dragonborn to this island?
no clue?
Dragon.
The weave just guides you here.
Yes.
Fair enough. Explanation.
I guess we're traveling in the same direction, I assume. I don't know. Which way are we going?
Well, you
Well,
are.
I don't even know why I'm here. So I
You-
might as well add to the party of mismatches.
Bring a lizard to the mix. Why not? Let's go.
Dragonborn, not a lizard folk. They're quite different.
Says the goat. Let's go.
Apparently the
I'll
goat-
rip those
goatman
wings
is
from
very
your back.
knowledgeable about us.
Oh, speaking meta, this rivalry is gonna just go like, who knows where this is going.
I know. I'm just leaving it. I'm just leaving it. And see what it actually escalates to.
I don't know. Doldos seems kind of short-tempered. I don't think it's gonna take much.
He's a very smart satyr barbarian, so
Oh,
Don't
no one's
try him.
questioning his. No one's questioning his intelligence. It's how short his fuse is, though.
Well, Dragonborn, I'm Baraki, the dragon folk. The rest of the party can sort themselves out for you. But if you'd like to join us on our little trip to whatever town we're heading towards,
Dragon Rest. Dragon's
Dragon
Rest.
Rest, Dragon's Rest, then you're more than free to welcome to join us.
As you finish that,
Oh.
Uzan's gonna sort of push past Doldos, make a show of putting a wing in front of him to sort of cover him up and bow down and be like, "My name's Uzan. Pleasure to meet you."
Pleasure to meet you too. I'm presuming you're the one they refer to as a pigeon.
That would be me. And he's gonna look
the
up and smile
overgrown
and chuckle.
pigeon.
Don't worry, the goat grows on you. He'll be fine.
I am Doldos Ironfoot. I am here begrudgingly.
No, you're still blocking you off. No one can see you.
He's trying to Doldos is trying to bat the wings out of the way. Get your wings out.
And then Uzan will just sort of walk off and get chuckle and be like, "Yeah."
I will repeat myself. I am Doldos Ironfoot. I'm here because something has pushed me this island. I'm assuming the same has done to you, if that makes sense.
It does.
You kind of like.
And where's the extra party member?
Hmm?
Where's the extra party member you said that you had following you? The one in the trees.
Oh, the shadow. The shadow.
Vane like goes to just walk past this dragon folk and like nods from the top to the bottom, obviously looking her up and down, and just walks straight past her.
She's friendly.
For the most part, yes. She doesn't try to kill us yet, so that's a positive.
Well, not yet. I mean, she threatened to on the ship.
She threatened you,
Didn't she?
not me. So who
Oh,
knows?
hang on, wait. No, I'm pretty sure she threatened you, didn't she?
I can't remember.
What?
He literally just
Quite friendly.
crashed
I'll
on the
kill
beach.
all
No,
of you.
I am Eleanor. I am a dragonborn. I suppose I shall travel with you guys to the town, to wherever you're going.
Yeah, that's what we're looking.
So as you introduce yourself, you walk up, like you finish introductions, and then you brush past Eleanor, and you make your way up the stairs. And as you come to the top of the stairs, you are in front of you. Your arrival of this mixed matched tribe draws a lot of attention from the population that is before you, which consists most of kobolds. These small reptilian folk eye you curiously while a couple of humans watch from a distance. So there is some humans on here. All the cloisters residents are dressed in a simple kind of robes, clothes, and no one really carries any visible weapons, so they really look unintimidating and quite humble. Around in the middle of where all the kobolds, and there's only one human there from where you can see. They are around this statue, and the kobold that's closest to you actually looks at you, Vane, walking toward the kobold, and looks you up and down, and what's your name?
He's asking.
Yeah, he's asking.
Okay. And she says, "Who's asking?"
Oh, who's... Well, we're quite a humble folk, and it just seems really strange that the population, the people of Dragon's Rest only really consists of kobolds and humans. And what kind of people are you? Where are you from?
Vane like puts her hand on her dagger that's at her side. Also, her other hand like comes across her chest, and she bows her head with respect and says, "I am Vane."
And as you say you're Vane, I feel the other kobolds kind of start approaching, like kind of looking at Uzan. You got wings. Why have you got wings? What's that? And then another one. Well, you got a shark as a head. And they really start kind of like probing questions at you. And yeah, what do you do with these kobolds that are starting? They're so curious in seeing you all.
move forward, sort of bearish, I guess. Throw his wings up and say, "Yes, I have wings. Why don't you have wings? Are you not little dragon people?"
Yes, over a series of breeding, we have lost our wings, but nevertheless, we still have the scales. Why do you have wings?
Through the essence of breeding, I've been managed to get wings. And then, as my warlock patron has granted me the feathers.
Ah. And the horns?
I am a tiefling.
What weapons do you have?
More my magic. Is that what you're referring to, or you require steel?
Well, we like magic, don't we? What kind of magic do you do?
Uzan's gonna pick up a rock, cast lights on it, and throw it over their heads.
Like this gasp from these kobolds, these reptilian folks looking up, kind of like almost like a shooting star, shooting over them. They kind of all go a bit silent, but in the direction over, it goes over the statue that's that they're kind of been around, and the kobolds kind of all fall silent, and a new figure comes down from the back there, and she is, it's just this woman descends gracefully behind them, at the upper part of the cloister there. She's an elderly woman with like a weathered brown skin, white hair in tight braids, and kindly hazel eyes, dressed in a simple white robe. She smiles as she kind of brushes past the kobolds, that just like looking at her with in awe, and with you can see through their underneath their snouts, they all have like a nice little grin towards her. She just makes her way through, and she looks at the five of you, and she smiles at you and extends her arms in greetings. Welcome to Dragon's Rest. May Bahamut's guidance lead you to whatever you seek.
Uzan will step forward and, I guess, embrace her and say, "May Mistress' blessing come upon you as well."
And what was that, sorry? And may what?
May Mistress' blessing come upon you.
I haven't heard of that alignment, but I'm sure the blessing is all we can give each other, and is all we deserve. So what brings you to this humble isle on Dragon's Rest?
Myself personally, I've heard of lost knowledge upon here that I seek. Do you know anything about this?
Can you roll me a... Where are you? You are going to roll me a... What did you ask me, sorry? So...
If she knew about the lost knowledge that he seeks. Just in general, nothing specific, just if she knew of any lost knowledge that could be found.
Maybe one of the other folk in the up the hill would definitely be able to help you with those. But for now, I am here to welcome you to Dragon's Rest, and if you do have any more questions, I'll be more than happy to help you. It's in these rooms before you. You can rest all you like, make yourself comfortable, and get to enjoy this cliff face of Dragon's Rest.
So did everybody hear that? Or talking to me?
Everyone. Oh, look, you're pretty close. Yeah, no, her voice is really like you can hear the waves down the bottom of the cliffs. So that cliff kind of drops down about 30 feet. I should have mentioned that before. Sorry. Yeah, and then there's like soft waves in the background, so you can hear her quite well. All of you.
Well, he's gonna turn around and be like, "Do you guys need to rest? Like, we just got here and we fought some undead, but I don't. What time of day is it? Is it like nighttime yet, or is it like?
No, it's still like afternoon.
Oh, look, I think we
What do
can
you guys want to do?
walk around the village and just see the sights and learn what's here, and we can meet up later and rest up for the night before we head out.
Sounds excellent.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. So, from where you are as well, the rooms don't have doors on them, and you can see in them they've just got like beds and crates and stuff. There's nothing really anything noticeably standing out from where you are that's drawing your eyes in, but you know you see the beds and stuff, and yeah, the rooms are quite small. And in this cliff face of Dragon's Rest, they've just been carved into the mountain, and these small rooms, yeah, don't have any doors, but so just like around you, in front of that, sorry, I just lost my notes. Where did they go? Sorry, there. You can see that long path kind of leads up that rocky shore along that cliffside with like stairs that go up further. Here and there along the lower part of where you are, there are garden plots and flowers and herbs and vegetables like that. Some humans are, one of the humans is tending to, and then there's a few other that are just kind of like talking amongst themselves, and yeah, just every now and then they'll look at you and they'll smile and just kind of go, "May Bahamut be with you." Yeah, giving really friendly gestures to it. About 30 feet above the bay, the path widens into like this long plaza, and halfway along the plaza, that stone statue. It's of a dragon, looking down the path from which you just came. Yeah, and those 6 open doors. Doorways are cut into the cliff.
Right, so where's that dragon?
It's the star. It's the statue there in the middle, and it has the flower bed. Eleanor and Doldos are standing directly in front of it, looking at this dragon, looking down the stairs from which he came to the west.
I'm gonna walk up to the head of it, and I'll cast light on its mouth. If it's got like a tongue or something, like but just on the tongue, and then that'll really impress everyone. They'll be like, "Oh no, it's like breathing fire, but light."
No, and as you do that, the kobolds around like gasp and give you like a little round of applause for it.
His way. Doldos will take a knee and bow to the Platinum Dragon God and leave an offering at the foot of the statue.
Offering of what?
Just an offering, like nothing. I don't know. A flower.
Yeah, and like you just add a flower onto the kind of flowers that are already around there. Where did you get the flower from?
It was in his satchel.
Ah, yeah, okay, of course.
Yep.
While everybody's distracted with the dragon monument thing, Vane would like to have a good look around inside this room.
Can you roll an investigation check, please?
Yep, I just have to remember how to do that on here. I don't know if that's doing anything. Feels like it is not. I don't know why I'm clicking the thing and it's not working. Did that do anything?
Click the number. I think you click this skill. So it popped
Weird,
up.
okay. I'm clicking the number, but it's not doing anything. I wonder if I click it on this one. That's not doing it either.
Oh no,
There it is.
I'm not...
It is. The first one sent your investigation. Oh, really? Wow.
The nat 20?
Whoosh! First nat 20. That's hella good.
All over it.
Were you wanting to look? Sorry, my mic was on mute. Were you looking in the crates then? Is that right?
Yeah, she's walked into that room that's like the most storeroom sort of looking of them all. Just to have like a real good look around for any clues or because it might be around for her.
Yeah. So you rummage through those crates and the barrels, and you do find just like provisions like beef jerky and flasks of water. But as you kind of pop open a barrel, you like kind of stick your fingers into it and just pops the lid off. You do find 2 potions of healing in there as well, and yeah, you grab them and shove them in your pouch.
Yes, she does.
And yeah, so and Eleanor, being a dragonborn, you actually recognize this. You're standing in front of it, and you're looking at this this statue, and you actually recognize that that it is a bronze dragon. Just you're bronze, aren't you? Yes. Or gold? I think you're gold actually. Sorry. Gold. Yep.
Sure.
Sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
And so you still recognize this bronze dragon, and you actually remember that it's one of like a dragon from the ancient lore of Bahamut's brother, Astalagan, that died on the cliffs centuries ago. So you know that, but whether you want to kind of pass that information on, it's up to you.
Can I pass it on?
Yeah. So you kind of just announce that to your party members that you recognise it, and yeah.
Do the kobolds speak any other like? Do they just speak common?
Yeah, they just speak common. I think they and
Good enough to speak Draconic.
I was about to say, and they speak common as well as Draconic.
Oh, they speak Draconic.
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
Well, then, because Uzan knows Draconic and they look like mini dragons, so he's going to assume that they do. And then in Draconic, I don't know, is there one that sort of seems like a head kobold?
Yeah, they all kind of have like very similar characteristics. Some might have a couple of scales removed or like missing.
Well, then he's looking for the older older looking one, the one that looks like he's been there the longest and seen some battle.
Okay, so Uzan, the two that are in front of you, one of them actually has wings. But they're really
that one.
Yeah, so they're you didn't notice them before because they're very tucked in close to the spine. But as you kind of walked past them and then they were still facing towards the statue, you saw that it has wings.
Well, he's going to approach him, and then in Draconic, he's going to be like, "Hey, hope you're okay. I'm just here for knowledge. Do you have any ancient knowledge of these isles? I know where to get old knowledge from here." In
And
Draconic, so that'd probably sound like a bunch of growling and stuff.
yeah, like and
Exactly.
yeah, and the kobold turned. The both of them actually turn around, and they smile at you, and they start speaking back to you. But they tell you about a clifftop observatory that's on one of the other sides of the island. But is also one of the, so next to him, the one that's speaking to you is like, translated to comments, he has said to you, "My name is Myla, and I've got two brothers, Meek and Min." This is Min next to him, and Meek is actually trying to fight off one of the blue wormlings at the clifftop observatory, and Myla's wings were actually, as you looked at his wings, you can see that they are quite damaged, and he says to you, they were badly injured by hungry, icky, bloody, sucky bat things, but Renara helped his recovery. Meanwhile, going
Yeah. Are these like fresh wounds, or are they like his wings have been fucked up for a while? Like, I'm wondering if I can heal it.
No, they're healed. They're healed. They're just he can't use them, but they're healed enough not to need healing on them. And he's like thank you. But it was a while ago.
No, Uzan will bow down and thank them for their conversation, and sort of look out over the ocean and start thinking to himself about that observatory.
Mm-hmm. Eleanor, as you're looking at the statue, you do notice the human that's right there on the other side of you. He's in his middle to late middle age, and he's got like a pale skin, tan, darker, with some like freckles around him as well, and he's got like long urban hair and beard that's pretty much mostly grey. You can see like faded tattoos around him. They're kind of picking up the side of his neck, and he's just like attending the flowers around the statue, and he starts making his way around. He looks at you and kind of like keeps to himself, and then makes his way back around the other side of the statue toward you, Doldos, and you see that the same features of this man tending the flowers, and he notices the flower that you put on there, and he looks up at you and he says, thank you for your contribution," and kind of like keeps to himself awkwardly, tending the flowers.
Doldos will just nod lightly in return and say, "You're welcome."
And then he just kind of like smiles, and it's a very pleasant smile. He's like he's very friendly towards you. And he just kind of yeah, goes on looking at the flowers, attending them, and then he goes off to the herbs and vegetables along the cliff side behind him as well. Yeah, so is there where from here? What do you want to make your way up? Do you want to because you see Renara making her way back through the crowd, and she walks past the human, kind of gives him the old man, sorry, or not old man, but like the middle-aged man, kind of gives him a pat on the shoulders, and just keeps making your way up towards past you, Uzan. And she just gives you a soft, gentle smile.
Ask her where she's off to, what she's doing.
Yeah, she looks back at you and she says, I have other things to attend to up in the mountain, but maybe Tara can help you. If you do seek something on this island, whatever has brought you here, he would be the best person to speak to. And she kind of opens her arms up, and may Bahamut be with you, and kind of keeps walking. And yeah, says that to you as well, Vane, standing behind her.
Uzan's going to return the gesture. He likes it, and he goes, "Mister upon you as well."
Thank you.
And Vane says, Eddie, I wonder who might Tarek be?
Oh, Tarek? He hasn't introduced himself yet? Oh, he's quite a humble old gentleman. That's him over there, tending to the gardens by the statue.
And Vane bows slightly.
And she returns the bow to you. Oh, sorry. I don't know why it just went mute. Sorry, did you say something then?
Me?
Oh, I don't know. For some reason my mic and my headphones went off for a second, and I thought someone. Yeah. So you return the bow, Vane, and she makes her way. Past you, Barakai, and kind of smiles at you as well, and gives you like a little head nod, and continues.
I'll give her a grin back, and I'll follow behind her going up the path.
Okay.
Just to explore.
And she actually turns and doesn't like stop you or anything, but she just says to you, "Have you spoken to Tarek yet? I'm sure he will be more help than I could offer you. It's only things, only so much I can do."
Alright. I'm assuming, do any other members know who Tarek is?
Like as in your members in the party, or?
Yeah, the members of the party.
Uzan just got told that it was the gentleman by the statue tending the garden.
Alright. I'll just tell her, alright, I'll join the rest of my group, and we'll have a chat with him, and perhaps we'll see you later in the evening.
And then may Bahamut be with you. And then makes her way up the mountain.
Mm-hmm. And I'll walk my way back to the group.
Yeah, cool. So now Barakai, Uzan, and Vane, you've kind of come up to this this middle-aged man tending the flowers, and he does seem, he's long hair and the grey beard and the faded tattoos up his neck, but yeah, he's quite keeps to himself, and he looks at you to approach and just smiles and kind of tends to his own business.
Are there any
Has
like
anyone
go?
No, you go. I was just going to ask if anyone's approached him yet, or are we all just sort of standing back looking at him?
Are there any other like wildflowers or anything else that like is around us that Vane could use as an offering?
From what you can see around you, it's along the cliff edge there. It's just like not potions. Just like your normal like kind of
Potions everywhere.
the what?
Just
Potions
saying,
everywhere.
potions everywhere.
Yeah, potions. No.
Right.
Yeah, just
Vane
like
will,
your herbs and veggies.
Vane's gonna grab like a bunch of different rocks and go over to the dragon monument statue thing and place rocks like in those little tiny rock stack thingos.
Yeah.
And she'll sort of like look at Tarek as she's doing that.
He and you see he kind of like because he's facing towards the cliffside, and he sees you start doing that with the stacks, and he turns around and gives you like this cheeky kind of grin from his grey beard, and he says, "You have a fine attention to detail, don't you?"
I do. Suppose you could say that, yes.
Well, I can see that you're trying to imitate the dragon before us with out of what you could find.
And Vane just sort of she's like maintaining eye contact with him but still stacking, like saying nothing, just waiting for him to give her what she wants.
And he keeps watching you stack it, and he says, "We don't see many of you folk around here. What brings you to this island?"
I guess knowledge is something that I'm here for. Always seeking to learn.
Well, as me being an eager enthusiast of herbalism, I too share the wealth of knowledge.
Wonderful. And I wonder, Tarek, how long have you been here at Dragon's Rest?
For many years now. Yes, I take quite what is it? It's like gratification in the isles among the seas around us, and the distant caves with the specific herbs that you can't find anywhere else in this world. What I've encountered.
Interesting. What sort of herbs do you think you've got here that you can't find elsewhere?
I use these mushrooms. Have you ever tried these delicious heartcap mushrooms before?
They to just be ingested for fun? What sort of effect will these mushrooms have on me?
Let's go, shrooms.
Well, they have different effect on different people. I don't know how a drow would a drow's mind and body would respond to them, but they help me make my potions of healing.
Interesting. And Vane just like holds her hand out and looks at Tarek.
Well, I'd like for an offer, like for some. Well,
She's like, give me some mushrooms, bro.
well, I haven't been there for quite some time. Yes, it's
I'd love to see it. Would you consider taking me?
to the sea cave on the south side.
Absolutely.
It would be my pleasure. Would all of you attend, or would it just be you, Vane?
Vane just like looks at everybody, lifts up like one side of her little bandana and kind of glares at everybody.
Doldos like kind of pivot, like tilts his head like into view from behind the statue. He says, I would like to know where these mushrooms are. Satyrs are quite attuned to nature.
Rizal's going to be confused because he doesn't really know. Does that mean you want to go alone?
I think this is a group activity.
I believe
It's hard to read you sometimes.
Try harder.
Stay out of the shadows.
And Tarek kind of sees you talking to Uzan, and he says, well, the reason why I haven't been is because it is quite dangerous going there alone, so it's very wise for us to go as a group.
Vane sort of like gestures to the party and she says, danger is our middle name.
Rizal's going to turn to Barakai and be like, hey, fish, you coming?
like to confirm you that I'm not a fish, I'm a shark. Thank you very much.
Same thing.
He's feeling sassy, he doesn't care about fish.
Yes, I will join the rest of the party to this seaside cave. Maybe even, is there any herbs that could be, or herbs and plants found in waters that perhaps a sea breathing folk like me could help you with, Tarek?
Yes, I haven't had much time to explore the depths of the ocean around the caves, but that would definitely help my knowledge, building my wealth of knowledge of herbalism.
I'm sure.
Rizal's going to be like, group activity and high-fiving. Even while Barakai's not looking, he's just going to sneak up and quickly high-five his hand while it's hanging at his waist. Like, yeah, go team. Quickly run away.
Vane even like half smiles and actually high fives him back.
I turn to him and go, wait, is this a challenge to a game?
I've already won. It's okay. You'll get next time.
But I didn't throw a punch back.
You didn't have to. It's okay. I won.
Alright. We'll play this game later on drinks.
And
Definitely.
he says he sees you guys high-fiving, punching each other, and and he says look, come to my room, the second from the second room, and I'll give you some provisions to help you along the way. Unfortunately, I've been wanting to connect with the Markanids that do live there, but it's been quite a while since I've been there. But I would be more than grateful if you brought some of these hard-cap mushrooms back for me.
So you're not coming?
Unfortunately, age does not suit me well. Maybe when I was younger, in my youthful days, I would have, but nevertheless, look,
Uzan's got to sort of gesture towards Barakai and Doldos and be like, look at them, they'll carry you.
And he laughs and he's like, ha, I held up my weapons a long time ago, but please, I would be forever grateful if you would retrieve some of these hardcap mushrooms for me. And as he does that, he gestures you to follow him to his quarters, which he then enters, waiting for you to come in. And you hear kind of rummaging like that, and as you enter, he actually just hands you, Doldos, this sack, and there's this foul stench coming out of it, and he just kind of smiles and hands it to you, Doldos.
It smells like... I don't know what it smells like. Peculiar.
He says it's a peace offering for the Myconids that live there, and they will help you find these hardcap, these mushrooms. Please, and also
people.
Yes.
What is this offering? Can we find a fresh one on the way?
Well, Myconids only like the most foul-smelling food scraps, so...
The fungus people. Like he just... Like Doldos exclaims begrudgingly as the bag seems to seep a liquid through the lap into his hands, and he's like, ugh. Ugh. Can we go now before it starts, I don't know, eating my flesh?
You better hold on to that.
I thought you were tuned to nature.
Living things, not dead things. Or whatever on
There's a
earth
lot of
this
dead
thing
things
is.
in nature.
Is it not
Who's
part
always
of the
gonna
cycle?
Don't get coy with me. You know what I meant.
No, Uzan's walking away. You stink.
I'll need a bath after this.
As before you leave, Tarek says, thank you. Be sure to ask for their leader, Sinansar, and tell him Tarek sent you. But beware, there has been some odd behavior from the Myconids lately, and that's kind of kept me from going out there. So, please be careful.
And as everybody's filing out of the room, Vane leans really, really close to Tarek so nobody else can hear. And she says, I know who you were before you were here, and I expect payment for what we will do for you. Then she just walks out of the room.
Tarek, just, you feel like this glare coming from him, almost like a different sense of, from this kind of old, this middle-aged man, but you can definitely feel a different presence as you say that to him and walk out, without giving him the opportunity to reply. And then he kind of tends to his things, and you can feel he's being a bit stroppy as he walks back.
Wait, Doldos is still in there. Wouldn't he have heard something, maybe? Sure, everyone else bailed, but he's still standing there with that stinky sack.
Yeah, and Tarek looks at Doldos and says, have fun finding your way to the Seagrove Caves. And kind of...
Doldos. Yeah, and Doldos replies, yes. Anyway, bye. And just quickly trots out of the hovel.
That's right, you got go feet.
Yeah.
That had been echoing on the stone pathway.
Hey, real quick, Doug, I've tried updating my picture for my token throughout the week and it hasn't worked. I've just done it again. Can you, do you have to refresh it for it to change, or?
Sometimes it does that, and sometimes it doesn't. I'll have to just delete it, and then, yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's really strange. I know for another campaign did the exact same thing, and I had to delete it and upload the photo again. So I can do that later.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. No. All good.
So you've all come back out around the statue, and those kobolds are still just kind of going about their day. They're just still soft murmur. Yeah. So where do you head to now?
Do we know where these caves are? Because he never really gave us any directions, did he? He just sort of said, "Have fun."
No, we should have gotten a map.
Is there a map in the stinky sack?
Doldos begrudgingly opens the thing and sees a rotting pig's head in it, and it's no, there is not a map in there. No, you can have a look if you want.
Yeah, there's no map in there. It's just literal food scraps and decaying things that you don't want to know. That's giving the...
Well, from the beach there was one path that brought us here, and it looks like there's only one path out of town. Guess we follow the path out of town.
Yeah.
And we'll start walking up that way. If everyone's cool with that, and you'll be follow this way.
Yeah. We'll start trotting along.
Let's go.
So that's you're going up, and
Isn't that the way?
No. So you came from down the southwest. So down this part here.
Yeah, never heading the other way. Isn't that the way?
No, that's got.
It makes.
Because the temple...
We don't know that. We don't know that.
No,
so we're just going that way.
From where you are, you can see that the cliffside is going straight up, and then the path is wrapping around the cliffs, and then the path actually stops at the temple at the very top of the mountain.
Oh wait, we can see the temple from there.
Yeah. Because
Wait,
it's about 120 feet above you, but a little bit sunken back into the cliff. So it's kind of up and away. So from where you are, the cliff kind of where the rooms are in front of you there, and then it kind of goes up and then inward into the mountain, and then it goes up again. But you can see the path going up.
Oh. In that case,
and
Ruzan's going to look at everyone and be "That I think that's the temple I want to visit. Can we go there quickly?"
Doldos looks. Sorry, you go.
Renura sees you brush past her because she's still standing there watching you, and she says, "Did you end up speaking to I forgot his name, Tarak?"
Yeah, we'll go get his mushrooms. That temple up there. What's the go with that? Who's up there?
Mushrooms. Where are you getting the mushrooms from?
Yeah, look, details.
Did Tarak give you details?
Yeah, the caves.
The Seagrove Caves. There's only 2 ways to get there, but up this path is not one of them.
No, up this path is the temple.
Yes. The sacred house of Bahamut.
Okay, and who normally is up there?
Yours truly.
No, you're down here. Well,
that's where I was heading to. But I saw a group of travelers coming into our peaceful, humble cloister, and I wanted to be down here to greet you personally before I tend back to my temple.
Okay, well, I think we're going to head out to the caves and we'll go do our thing out there, but I think later I'm going to come back and have a conversation with you.
And
He's just going to sort of walk off, like watching her out of the corner of his eye.
And she's just long white hair is and she's just got this like her tanned skin, and she's just smiling at you and kind of like waving, but like not waving as in like using her palm, but using her fingers like as you walk off. And she says to you, she says, "Take the rowboat down by the water's edge. You can't miss it."
He's going to turn and do her gesture and say, "Mister upon you." And he's going to walk away. But he doesn't trust her. There's something off about that chick.
Did he say that out loud?
No, just keeping it to himself. But he will tell the party that there's a boat and we should go take that. Sort of call that out. Let's go get a boat.
Which way to the boat?
Fuck, she just told me, didn't she?
Yeah. It's
Down the way that we came?
Yeah. So down at the bottom of the path, which you came, there's a rowboat in the water there. It's not on the map in front of you, but it's at the bottom where Doldos just was. There's a rowboat. There's like a little pier that goes out, and there is a rowboat there. And as you all start to make your way down, are you all climbing onto the boat, or?
I mean, I'll be swimming naturally.
Naturally, yes.
Uzan's going to be flying. He doesn't trust the boat. He doesn't like water.
And Vane, what are you doing?
Anne's hopping on the boat, but she's not happy about it.
Are you ever happy about anything?
Jules?
Yeah, and as you all make your way down the rowboat, you see, I'm having full mind blanks. Tarek.
Tarek?
Yeah, Tarek is standing on the cliff edge there, watching you all, and you can see he's pointing to the west, and he's pointing. And you all make your way onto the rowboat.
I guess we go west.
I'll start swimming the rest ahead of everyone.
Because
Uzan's going to match Barakai and just sort of fly about 20 feet above him.
Yep.
Sort of like a two-pronged scouting party.
Okay, cool.
let's go for those who cannot swim. On we go. It looks like I'll be rowing.
Is there a rope on this boat?
That's tied up to the pier. Yes, there is.
Pretty sure I got rope in my bag. Wait, are you talking out loud?
Yeah. Ain grabs the rope off the pier and throws it into. Is it Baraki or Barakai?
Baraki, yeah.
Baraki, cool. So she throws it in the water to Baraki and says, "Hey shark, can you tow us?"
It's a bit of an ask, isn't it?
What if I say thank you?
I mean, we've got
Sorry, please might get you further.
If you can't do it, just say that.
Made her angry. Good one.
I'll tow you out to the open waters just to save the effort, and then I'm sure you guys can make do on open water yourselves.
Thank you.
I'll grab the rope and start swimming off. So how long does it take us to, well, how long will it take us to hook around the island to get to the caves? Have we lost him?
I think he's on mute again.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
Down a DM.
Well, you didn't really find out how far away it is. He just kind of gestured west to you. So, he starts towing. You're towing Barakai.
Yeah, I'm towing them for a little bit until we get out onto more open water sections.
Yep.
Then they can start rowing themselves, and I'll swim ahead to see if I can find the cave system.
Okay. Yep. Cool. So, as you all make your way like over the water in the rowboat, Barakai, you're jetting through the waters. You have you're traveling for close to an hour, and there's still no sign. It's just the same repeated landscape that you're traveling by, and there hasn't been much difference like in the height of the cliff going up and down along the boat you are towing them across. It's and you're starting to really tire down from pulling this extra weight, and after an hour of towing, the sun is getting close to sunset. It's setting actually in front of you, and you at this rate you feel you cannot keep going by towing them. What do you want to do?
Look, it's getting towards night time, so we might as well pull up on the first beach we can, or anywhere we can pull up and just make camp.
Yeah.
Are you talking to yourself underwater, or are you?
Well, yeah, I'll stop towing and I'll pull up to the boat and throw the question out there. We should probably pull up on one of the beaches, or maybe a different cave nearby, and we'll just rest for the night.
We're looking for caves. If
But
I
is it
fly
a
up,
one cave? Yeah.
yeah, true. If I fly up and look along the landscape, can I see a beach or a cove or?
Can you do a perception check for me, please?
Can I come up?
No, still.
I'm clicking it, nothing's happening.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what happened to me before. Then I just kept clicking it and it was a nat 20, so I reckon keep clicking.
Yeah, it's definitely not coming up.
We got something.
16 plus 1, 17.
16.
Yeah, nice. So you fly up, right?
Yep, just gonna fly up, as high as I can until I see something.
Yep. So you fly straight up, and the cliffs. You can see at the top of the cliffs. You can see this path that's kind of come down from over the top, and it's in the distance. Probably, I would say about maybe close to. So I'm just getting the exact measurements. Yeah, so it'd be probably about two, maybe 3 miles. So what's that? About a couple of kilometers. Still off in the distance, about 4 kilometers away from you, like along in the far distance. You can see the cliff face actually kind of cuts in, and it looks like there's a bit of an opening in the cliff face.
So I'll fly back down to the boat and I'll land on it and I'll report this to everyone.
Yeah.
Let them know, we got to go that way. Still a fair distance, but we're making progress.
Let's just hope there's nothing on this island.
Well, we know there's stuff on this island. Let's just hope it's friendly.
Sure.
And then I guess we'll start rowing. Everyone grab an oar.
You guys can start rowing. I'm gonna swim on by myself.
Yep.
You've had your assist.
Do you want to get in the boat and rest?
Well, I think if I stop towing, I'll be fine. It's just the towing the 3 people that's a bit problematic.
I'd say I didn't offer.
Let's grab an oar. Start rowing. Row, row. Row your boat. Get me across the sea.
Merrily, merrily.
Merrily, merrily. Life is but a nightmare. Let's hope we do not drown.
Let's not jinx it. Fuck. Who's else gonna get paranoid, start flying again?
So for hours you're just listening to Doldos just sing as he's rowing, and by the end of it you're all just like rubbing your foreheads and like your temples, and Doldos is still is completely oblivious to how everyone else is feeling as he's singing.
It's like not like cheery music, it's like really dark and like sinister, like singing from like Pirates of the Caribbean, just like oh.
Yeah, so and as so who's sitting at the front of the rowboat? Like, I know it's a small boat, but Barakai, actually, so you're swimming up ahead, aren't you? How far ahead are you swimming out from the boat?
Oh, look, I'd probably say at least like 50 to 70 feet, like out in front of them.
Yep. Okay. So
Fair distance.
So as you come around a corner of the cliff, you start to see like the cliff face, like the texture, because you're coming up every now and then, still looking for like breaks in the cliff face, and after it's about an hour and a half of you swimming ahead, still there wasn't much, but you now are starting to see moss starts to appear across the cliff face, and up ahead you do see a cut in like cave. It's like almost like a semicircle. It's quite small, this mouth of a cave into the cliffside, and all around it there's like this multicolored kind of fungi that is covering the outside of the wall, and the sun is now below, and it's nighttime. Dark time.
I guess I'll swim up onto the beach and
There's no
Just
beach.
like-
There's no
Oh.
beach. It's just like a cave mouth.
Okay. Well, technically, I don't have dark vision, so I'm gonna swim back to the boat.
Yep.
And just kind of point out the mouth of the cave to them, and that someone should light up a torch.
I think. Well, yeah, yep. Because they all.
Who's
The mouth of the cave is big enough for their boat to go into.
Yes, it is. It's like just big enough because the rowboat, as yeah, you've kind of just eyed it up and you're like, yeah, this is definitely probably like double the width of the boat, and it's probably about 15 feet high. But from you being in the water as well,
who's on?
you know it's low tide at the moment.
Yep.
So and the mouth cave is there's only 15 foot of space.
How far away from the cave is the boat now?
So by the time Barakai has swum back to the boat, you should be coming around the bend and you're starting to see the mouth opening of the cave.
Uzan's got dark vision, so would he see anything beyond the mouth of the cave?
From where you come in, so I'm just getting the map up now.
So does Vane. She's got dark vision to 120 foot.
Yes, yeah. So because you're
Mine's
not.
only 60. No, I think my dark vision's only 60 feet.
What's going on? Why isn't this map coming up? Can you see the map yet?
I see part of it.
It's loading.
Oh yeah. I can see like a bat shape amount of the map.
Yeah.
I need to
Looks like the
refresh.
Batman thing.
If it's coming up black for you, Barakai,
Yep.
it's because you don't have night vision.
Okay.
So you'll need to.
Oh, what a sec.
So you'll either, so if you want to light a torch. Do you have a torch in your inventory?
That's why I'm asking one of them, because I've been in the water. I got
Oh yeah, you've got nothing.
yeah.
Uzan's gonna ask Vane to pull out a crossbow, and he'll cast light on an arrow, and she can shoot it into the cave.
Oh yep, she'll do that.
Yep. So, can you? Let's make a hit roll for me, please, for your.
Well, it's just a cantrip. It doesn't have anything.
But if she's shooting an arrow,
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah, if she's shooting an arrow, there's
I'm clicking it, but it's not happening.
It's got a question mark. It looks like it's thinking.
Is your crossbow jammed or something?
Clearly.
I don't know what's going on with the game log tonight.
Oh well, no, it just came up.
Oh, you got 4. So
Oh,
you,
good.
yep. So you get the arrow, put the flame on it, and you shoot it, and it actually goes really high on the mountain, and it's from where you can see everything that's happening, but you also have you can see when a torch is giving off a different light from your dark vision, and the light from the arrow is just touching the top of the mountain, so top of the cave mouth. So Barakai, in this darkness around you, you were the only reason why you found the cave was because it kind of just appeared like this darker black opening came before you. But yeah, so the torch is oops, sorry. So while I'm getting this up, is there anything else anyone wants to do?
Doldos rummages through his bag and he finds a torch. Found it! I've had it all along. Does anyone have... can someone light it? Here's the tinder box. He passes it to Dragonborn. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Eleanor.
Ella, light the torch, please.
We'd be
I
able
will
to
light
see
the
like,
torch.
a little bit on the boat, wouldn't we? Since it's out in the open, so we'd still have like the moon and the stars and all that.
Yeah. I am. Let's go with.
Oh wait, I'm not even on there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't put you there. Sorry. I thought I did. I thought I had it clustered in on the boat. There we go.
No. Oh, yeah, okay, that limits my vision a little bit more. I'm going to fly ahead. Over here. And I'll cast Create Light on a rock on the corner or something. And make like a little beacon there for him to head to.
So this. No, don't want it white. That should make it more transparent. Hopefully. Still working out this torch business. I thought that would work. Why doesn't it work?
Well, no, there's an orange circle on the screen.
Yeah, but that circle should be showing the... Oh, sorry. Normally this is meant to be working. What I'll do is...
Does Vane have... Like, are you seeing stuff as well?
I
Richard?
can see you.
But there's no circle of light around you on your screen?
The orange light was there and now it's gone again.
Yeah, so...
I think now we're back to the bat.
So, what I just did then was... I'm going to just call it, and obviously you're all working together and you're telling each other what you see in this darkness. So, Vane, you're the eyes of the night. So you're going to relay, and that's going to enable everyone to kind of see what you're seeing as well, because you're relaying everything.
Time to shine, baby.
Time to shine, right? And I think that's a much, I guess, a better option. How do you all feel about that?
Yeah, no, we can look at that.
Sounds good. It sounds like a plan.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Ooh, okay.
So you should all see like what you see now on the screen.
Yeah, lots of cliffs and then a cave.
Yeah.
Some stairs?
Yep. So Uzan, you are kind of hovering at the mouth there, and
No, I'm landed on the ground.
So that's the cliff. That's the cliff face. So there's no ground. It's just like.
Oh really?
Yeah. So picture like a big cliff face, all the way down to the water's edge, and then there's just like a cutout at the water's level, and then in it is in this little bay.
Well, then I'm all the way up here on the stairs, and I've cast light on a stair so they can sort of radiate and they know where to, come this way.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So everyone makes their way to the stairs in the boat. You got Doldos still rowing, singing.
Happily about it too.
Yeah. So as you all enter with the majestic singing of Doldos, you do notice all the fungi and that's covering the walls of this tunnel, and its bioluminescent glow is actually starting to fill the cavern with the dim light, which does make it better for you, Barakai, because it's not only you relying on the eyes of Vane, but you are starting to see a bit more that's around you. The surface of the water starts swirling with like these colourful, faintly glowing spores, perhaps reacting to some movement that's under the surface. You're just not sure yet. It is low tide, and that's why the stairs are there. You know that, Barakai, because it was as you were swimming through it, you could see the different lines before the sunset. You could see the different lines of the tide on the cliff face.
Yep.
So as you kind of make your way to the stairs there, you kind of look in front of you and you see this little waterfall coming down into this little pond, and around it are all these glowing different like arrays of colors of like purples, deep blues, some are like fluorescent pink, and in the middle of the water you do see like you see where the water's crashing into the pond, and you do see like this kind of like a dark bulgy just this bulgy, you're not quite sure what it is, but it's just like in the middle of the pond there. And and what you see around you is you see the stairs going up to the top. There's like kind of like a top level there, and what so Uzan, you've kind of stepped forward a bit, and you don't see much deeper into the cave, just from what you can see.
No, but if you'd see all the fungus around and turn to Doldos and be like, maybe you should get that satchel out. Give them their food.
Perhaps I should, but I don't see anyone.
Skeleton come out.
I'm sure they've seen us.
And as Doldos, you've begun to move a little bit closer, you start to see that the kind of like thing in the middle of the pond there, it's like starts kind of, it looked solid, where the ring is, the ping is. You see it's starting to not be as solid as what you once thought, and it started to kind of start moving and bubbling, and then out of the water, this head comes out with all these tentacles, and this big octopus starts coming at you, Doldos. Can we all please roll for initiative?
First fight of the night. 8.
else is still working.
Yeah, and it was all coming through.
We're clicking, but it's taking ages.
I don't know why it's taking so long, eh? But I can see. Yeah, everyone's just come
I
through.
can see. I can see Doldos. I can see Alina.
Yeah, Lena, you got 19. Barakai, did you get 17?
Can you see mine?
Well, I've got my combat tracker up, and it said that you got 17.
I hit the initiative. Oh wait.
Somebody's just.
Yeah,
Oh,
DB11419B. I don't know what's going on with this tonight. Doldos, you got 8?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, see. And Vane, you got 16. Uzan, you got 16.
Oh, that was in the last. That was the last initiative we rolled.
No, Uzan just got 16 then. It just came up.
Oh, we got. There's two of us that got 16 in the last one too.
Yeah, I got 16, but you had proficiency bonuses. Oh no, wait, initiative +2, so 18.
Did my one come up yet?
Oh,
No.
I didn't get the. Because you did it through the custom.
If I do initiative, it doesn't work at all. But if I do custom, it works.
Yeah.
You just click it by yourself? Because I right-clicked mine to actually had to roll it.
Like, yeah, your initiative vein just came. But did you refresh your page?
I refreshed the page. Yeah.
No, I can right click it and roll.
Oh,
It's 16.
there we go.
Yeah, that's what I had
Yeah.
to do.
Right click works, left click don't.
Yeah, what the?
That is weird.
Interesting.
Alright. So. Let's go with.
Yep. Well, everyone's initiatives have appeared on my thingy.
Yep, and I've got. Yeah, Vane 8, 16. You got 16 then, Uzan.
Yeah, so I got 16 for the custom and then 16 with the initiative roll.
And 16 last as well. 16, sweet 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barakai, you got 9. Yep. Yeah, it's all coming through now. So, Doldos, you got 8 before, but look, we can go for the roll again.
Are you saying I can roll again for initiative?
Didn't you just roll in for initiative?
Yeah, an 8.
Okay, cool. Alright, so we all got it. Yep. So from where you are, Alina, you see this this octopus emerge out of the water and starts like stretching its tentacles and crawling towards Doldos. What do you do?
Yeah. Let's move forward over here and do my fire breath at the octopus.
Muted again.
Yes, muted again.
Feeling yourself,
Excuse
my
me.
guy.
I know. I was talking for ages. I was wondering why no one was saying nothing. Your breath weapon, yeah, you can only use it once per shot. So, where you are, it might project because it does come out in a cone shape. Projection. If look just to let's get a cone going. 15. So you might, because it's only 15 feet, so you'll have to move closer to it.
Yeah.
And just missed Doldos.
Yeah. So you would have to. How many feet did you move just then? To go to there?
Maybe 25 feet to get to there.
Yeah. Let's say you got about 10. Yeah, you got about 10 feet left. 5 feet left.
Yeah. So if I just where I'm currently at, I'll be able to hit him, won't I?
Where you currently are, I think. Yeah, you just reach. Yep.
Sweet.
So with your can you roll for damage, please?
Yes.
Can't come through. Okay, cool. So
Smells like calamari.
you see the octopus stretching its tentacles out, going for Doldos, and you slither up and take a big deep breath. Your lungs exhale not exhale. You inhale and your chest broadens, and as you exhale, this flame starts like singeing all the mushrooms all at your feet and going across, and this big octopus gets a tentacle, only taking 4 points of damage, and it kind of like withdraws its tentacle, and the reason why it was only 4 because it was a successful save, just if anyone was wondering. And now it comes to Uzan.
He's going to take flight, and he will move over here to the sort of the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
And we are going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay, let's go for here.
Yeah, let's not.
Does
that come up for you guys?
Yep, 7.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, so
No, that's Alina's.
no, you got Eldritch Blast attack.
Oh, really? Mine
Both
didn't come
got
up.
7.
Yeah.
No, it didn't come up on mine. That's all.
Yeah, something's going
I'm
on.
going to assume that doesn't hit.
Nah, you rush up and you kind of try to conjure the fire and shoot at it, and just kind of goes into the water and scissors away, missing it. And now next is, I believe it was Barakai.
Cool. Well, I have just enough movement to get myself all the way in front of it.
Yep.
So I will myself right there. And I will rage.
Yep, awesome.
One more. Yep, cool. I'll rage as a bonus.
Yep.
And then attack with me big ol' axe.
Alright. Did you click rage? Because you
I
did
don't
that.
know if it because I don't know if it appears.
Yeah, you did it last time and it did.
Yeah, it kind of just shared the entire rage block. It didn't really pop up anything.
Yeah, okay. That's right. So you'll just get like +2 damage on your weapons, your attacks, and you get an advantage on your strength checks and saving throws.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
let's go for hit with the great axe.
Hit, attack. Great axe. +4, +2, yeah. That'll do. So, to hit, roll. 17 to hit.
Hit. Yep.
Hits. And then
Damage.
flat roll, yep.
So did that +4 already? Yeah. So then it's doubled because it came up with +8 because you're in rage.
Oh, sweet, so it did do it.
Yeah. So if you look at it, it says 1d12 +8.
Yeah, so it's done it.
Yep. Awesome.
I just don't know where the indicator is.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just listening to us.
Maybe.
So you see the octopus like shrink its tentacle back from being sizzled by Eleanor, and you rush up and start to like you almost thicken all your arms and your torso. Everything bulks up and veins start appearing out of your body as you pull out your great axe and you just lodge it into one of the tentacles and chops one of the tentacles off, and you see it kind of twitching away into the water, like splashing, still splashing away, doing 15 points of damage. Next is Vane. You see the one of the octopus's tentacles gets chopped off. What are you going to do?
Well, she's gonna run 1, 2, 3 to here. That puts me within 20 feet, doesn't it? Do I need to be closer?
Let's just get the old ruler out, eh?
Thank you.
Yeah, 20 feet.
Cool. And she's gonna throw a dagger at the octopus.
Yeah, like at its head.
Yes, straight towards its like in the middle of its head.
Yeah, cool.
I'm clicking, but nothing's happening. Any minute now.
You like I'm just picturing you throwing this dagger and as you're waiting to see if it hits, it's just like spinning in the air like.
Yeah, cool. Slow mo. Vroom, vroom,
Yeah.
vroom. Oh my god. Just do a custom roll in here. Will that work?
Then you just, yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going up with it tonight.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, hopefully it's not
A regular
anything
thing.
anything on my end that I'm doing something. I don't know. Hope not.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So I'm like clicking the D20 and I'm just clicking it and then I'm seeing that there's like numbers next to it and I didn't realize I needed to click roll and now I don't know how to like get the numbers off of it. Is X. Oh, okay. I figured it out. So that's 19 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah, hits. Yeah, so this, you see this, the dagger is like starting to build momentum now towards it.
Not just in air rotating.
Yeah.
And then it's D4 plus 5 damage. So 6 damage.
Yep. Cool. So
then for my bonus
Yep.
action, I'm going to use 2 weapon fighting, so I'm just going to throw my other dagger at it.
Yep. And do the same thing. Custom.
Cool. That didn't do anything. Let's try that again. So 15 plus, I think it's 15 plus 7 to hit, so
yeah,
whatever that
hits.
is. 22. And then another D4.
It's got to be something to do with like the
Plus 5.
the website, because it's like on. Oh, you get the same.
So yeah, and that's another 7.
6.
So 14 damage total.
No, is it
Is
plus
that
5
right?
or plus 4?
Yes. It's a D4 plus 5. So 7
yeah,
and 7. 14 total.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you've thrown these 2 daggers, and they're flying through the night. And they fly past Barakai, like pulling his great axe out from chopping the tentacle off, and sticks into the octopus's soft head, and makes like these these inserts into him, and it's like kind of craning back, and you can still see it's got quite a bit of strength still in it. And then that brings
Me.
to Doldos.
Okay, so I'll start off by using one of my rage bonus actions, and I will throw a javelin like at one of its exposed eyes.
Yeah.
Rolling. Yeah, it missed completely. The javelin just goes just like I throw it like I've lost strength from my arm. The javelin just like drops like right in front of me. Like, what's happening? It's these mushrooms.
It might be the sack of like the scrap food and stuff. The odor's really starting to mess up with your perception.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and so
And my turn.
Definitely the mushrooms. It's definitely the mushrooms being burned around him.
and the octopus turns to Barakai, like as the javelin flies past it, turns to Barakai, and with one of the other tentacles it has, and it goes to reach out and kind of whip at you, and as it does, it goes to swipe at you, and you see, anticipating it, bounce out of the way, and the tentacle swipes past you, missing you. Look, I just didn't realise what the time was. I just wanted to finish that first round. It's late, 9:40. Are we okay to end it there on?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yep.
So, we'll just pick up in combat at the beginning of the round, which will be you, Eleanor. And yeah, thanks for joining, Eleanor. I hope you enjoyed the first session. Everyone's still working out why they're at Dragon's Rest and Stormwreck Isles, but apparently you're going to get some mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
But yeah, thanks heaps everyone for tonight. Does
No
anyone
worries.
have any comments, questions?
Promise I'm not mean in real life.
She is. She is.
We know. We know.
No, she's not. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, if there's nothing else to add, yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for.
Have a good week. And,
Stuggy.
No worries.
we'll catch you next week.
Yeah, hopefully the glitch takes a week to sort out with D&D Beyond. And hopefully it's on their side, not ours.
Probably.
Yeah.
Radio.
Find out.
So unreliable.
Hopefully that's.
I'll catch you guys next week. I
Yep.
got a big day tomorrow,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Catch
All
you
right.
guys.
Night, everyone. See ya. Thank you.
Friends.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right.
See ya. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining tonight. And hopefully you enjoyed this second session. It was a little bit different. There was a couple of glitches with the game log, but hopefully it sorts it out for next session, and hopefully it wasn't too jarring to the narrative and also to the gameplay, the roleplay as well from the players. And thank you for watching and listening. Make sure you follow and subscribe to Epic Tales and Enchanted Tomes. Thank you again, and see you next time.